All right, and welcome back, everyone, to another episode of Earl Joshua Watt Earl of Dublin. So, last we left off, we had a notification pop up from Mr. Gia Patriarch. Patriarch? Not gonna try. So, he smiles at us. My liege, I have noticed your mind seems to drift off whenever we discuss monetary issues. I believe that to make things interesting, one must be introduced to the subject where it's directly relevant to oneself. Perhaps you would like to join me tomorrow on a full day's work. Full day's work. I don't know if that would be up Josh's alley here. However, we do want a little bit of interesting things to happen. So I'm gonna go ahead and pick yes. That would be interesting. I'm just kidding. Josh would always be down for anything. Let's go ahead and check our council. I believe we were supposed to suppress revolts in the last episode, and we chose to train troops. I correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe this revolt risk was supposed to be higher due to our steward messing up. I don't know if that has corrected itself or what, but we have reappointed a new steward. That's correct. That's this guy. And he is the one with the strong claim on Osrage. So strong claims, actually, they can be inherited. So what we should do here is, once we've taken care of Surball here, which is our next target. In fact, let's go ahead and get that going. We want to choose a plot to kill this little boy. He's 5 years old. All right. What we want to do is we want him to produce an heir for us. Someone who's going to be young, have him grow up a little bit, and then we take care of him, Gia. If we can do that, then the boy should inherit that claim. So that was a strong claim. Here, let me go ahead and find the man. Gia. Here he is. So he has a strong claim, can be inherited by successor. So if we have him marry a daughter of ours, and they have kids, and the kids are of our dynasty, those kids will inherit this strong claim on the county of Osrage. And because they are of our dynasty, we can press this claim to declare war. And right here, if we go ahead and click this, no, it doesn't stay up. So basically, it's saying that if they are of our dynasty, or are of a lower title in our realm, which they're not. They don't have any titles right now. They don't have any land. But if they are of the same dynasty, they will become our vassal. And while we don't get that land per se for ourselves, it's of our realm. So Dublin will have spread it will have spread to Osrage here. So we'll have two counties to work together, and we can draw a levy from them because they are our vassal. So this is good to press our claims on Sildara, for example. It's basically like having an ally. So let me go ahead and check out our intrigue here. We want to go ahead and invite anybody who'd be willing to this plot here, and we want to go ahead and see who's available to join our plot. Now let's find out why these guys don't want to join our plot. Moral qualms, the kid's... I mean, he's just a kid, so that'll go away over time, I would assume. Base reluctance is just high for all of these people. This person is amoral. They're deceitful. I feel like there's a possibility that we might be able to get this girl to join our side. We might even be able to have our spy master here spread some vicious rumors in Osrage for the liege here. And maybe people would decide it's a better idea to go ahead and go ahead with this plot here. Let me go ahead and see, actually. Plot power increase 8.5%. So that's also good. I think if we want to get this taken care of, we should have her building a spy network in Osrage. Again, we do have our heir here. This is a new man, actually, Enna. What happened to the other man? This guy. Well, there's nothing wrong with him. He didn't inherit some other place, and I don't know. So our marshal is set to actually take over. Is that, I suppose everybody's on equal ground to take our position here because no one has, you know, more of a reason to be on the throne than the next guy. But same thing, same difference. I mean, he's still not of our dynasty, so if we die, we lose the game. So we need to go ahead and pump out babies. And with that being said, let's go ahead and get the time started here. Gilla Patriarch, I think that's a better way to say it, starts the day off collecting taxes. Some people frown and complain when they give away their earnings. He calmly explains why taxes are collected and manages to appease the complainers. Let's see. Earning trust is earning gold. So are you more honest? Maybe we should squeeze them for some more. I don't know if Josh would be the type of person to say that. I think if he were to get money from somebody for free, essentially, he would be okay with that. So I'm going to go ahead and go with the honest trait here. Today, he brings you to the nearest construction site to elevate progress. He notices that the builders are lagging behind the agreed schedule and proceeds to question them. The builders complain about the weather and want more pay to cover the delays. Gilla Patriarch looks over your way, awaiting response. So what do we do to these guys? We will hold our end of the deal when you hold yours. That seems fair. One cannot predict the weather. I trust you. Josh isn't very trusting, is he? Loses? No way. You're not a total ass. You seem just like, you have a lot of reason to what you do. Plus this loses us money, and I don't like that. So let's go ahead and just say the top one here. A friend has come to visit Gilla Patriarch this evening. The three of you have a good time discussing your experiences over a fine evening meal. The visitor nods at you, saying, "How lucky you are, Gilla Patriarch, to have a liege that understands your work. This cooperation should benefit both of you. It's been interesting, more so than many other things I've tried." And this gives us actually stewardship and gains us the trait just, which gives us even more stewardship, learning, vassal opinion, and same trait opinion. It's just all around a good trait. And here we have the option to gain the trait charitable. So I suppose what's the better thing for us here, the stewardship and learning or the diplomacy and church opinion? I would just say the stewardship in this case here because it actually gets us more money. Plus having the just trait is good. So we'll go ahead and go with that. Plus you get an actual increase on your base stewardship. So we'll take that. Just got a little bit better with our money. We'll continue on with time. Let's see what we can do for the intrigue menu. We can borrow 300 ducats from the Jewish merchants and never pay them back. Kind of like a credit card, huh? Alright, so we just got a bunch of money from the Jews. Let's go ahead and use it to increase the level of our buildings here in our capital. Alright, so we have an option to increase the amount of men that we can pull from our levy. Or we can increase the fort level. It's already at 5, so it's already pretty good. It's going to take people a while to actually siege this. Or we can go with the retinue. Let's see, can we actually have a retinue? Doesn't look like it at the moment. Young Darmate MacEnna. Let's see, who are you from? Enna MacDarmate. I don't know why this matters to us. I don't know. Doesn't really matter. He doesn't, I don't care who he is. Is it the same guy? I don't care. Learn on your own. Alright, let's see. What do we want? We wanted the extra people, definitely. Always want extra people, and this is going to take some time to actually build. We'll be finishing that in the next 2 years here. Let's see, what can we do? Can we bring somebody to court? Can we create a different, or go for a different focus? We want the seduction focus. We want to go for someone. We have to wait a couple more years before we can actually do that. So far it's been 2 years in game. We're 19. We started off as 16. 3 years in game. I can do math. Let's see, can we go for any different laws? So it's good to have the status of women higher, because people who come into your court, if they're a woman, they can have, you know, they can have council positions without any kind of drawback, and that's a good thing. So, you know, that's something that we should go for. Don't really care about changing the administration. We do want to be able to revoke titles, although we don't really have a title to revoke at the moment, so let's just go ahead and go for this. Everybody on our council should be voting for us. And what happened to Gilla here? Why is he no longer on our council? He got sliced up. Somebody cut him and he got infected and died. He was a good man. He had a good stewardship ability, and now we have to go back to Domhnall. I don't know about that. He almost caused a revolt for us last time. Well, might as well have him. Well, let's go ahead and see here. I feel like we might be able to pull somebody in with a better stewardship ability if we just invite a noble to court. Usually they have a better understanding of funds. So let's go ahead and just bring him in. We have Donegan, the Dublin of Dublin, okay, has arrived at your court ready for employment. Let's check him out here. He's got 19 stewardship. That's really good. He's shrewd, greedy, lustful, content. He's our dude. He's Midas touch. Everything he touched turns to gold. This is our dude. Excellent. Let's put him on the council right away. Yeah, and he's a loyalist. This guy is gonna be helping us in whenever we need this guy. So look at that. Local tax modifier plus 47.5%. Right now, that's just going to cut what we have in half and then add it to the total base tax. So that's great. And he has a good chance of collecting a tithe. So let's go ahead and put him back on. He's our new guy. Gilla is dead now. Still have this problem with the title loss on succession. Hopefully that gets fixed pretty soon here. Hopefully we'll have taken care of that. Your daily routine involves repeatedly swinging your blade at a training dummy. However, you can only learn so much from fighting an inanimate enemy, and the practice gets dreadfully dull after a while. Let's see. Enna, our marshal, wants to become our friend. Well, maybe we want to become friends with somebody. His opinion of us is pretty good, and might as well have somebody who likes us on the council, right? So let's become friends with him. 100, that's right. He's a good buddy. He's arbitrary, that's a bad trait. The Lords of Dublin has approved the institution of the marginal status of women, so we went ahead and went for that. So that's good. Let's go ahead and see what that actually did. I didn't check. Well. Okay, so what was it at? Traditional? Because the effects are, women are no longer allowed to hold the office of spy master. What? Oh well, you know, there's some things like that that confuse me in this, but that's definitely fine. Now we can have women as spy masters, so I guess we couldn't before, and now we can, so that's great. So let's go ahead and check technology. They're not going up because we don't have a duchy, by the way. You know, we can have our wife actually try to study technology elsewhere. Let's see what it actually looks like now. See, now we have a couple of options, whereas before we didn't. We don't want to reassign her because we want her working on our target here. Let's go ahead and check the ability to sway people here. We have Donakin, the guy that we just pulled in. Told you this guy would be helpful to us. Let's go ahead and see if we can't give him a little bit of money. Let's give him an honorary title. He's Master of the Hunt. This guy's a good guy. And let's give him some money too. Actually, let's see if that helped. I don't want to give him money if we don't have to, right? No, he didn't actually take it. So we'll give him 15 ducats. That's completely fine. He should pop up here pretty soon. There he is. And if we can get over 100% here in plot power, this just gives us an opportunity for a plan to fire to kill that boy, and that's good for us. So even though we haven't killed the boy yet, I feel like this is a good place to stop. We did take care of a few things, and you know, bringing in that steward was very good for us. So that's where I'll go ahead and leave it, and I'll see you guys in the next one.